Hello and welcome to In the Garden with Rose. Today I thought we would work on this beautiful Boston fern. I want to overwinter it, and the way I understand it is we need to cut the fern in half. You can see it's got a nice root system on it, and so I'm going to start there by cutting it in half. I don't have a knife, but I have these scissors, and it's quite dry, so it should be easy to separate, because I've never done this before. This is an experiment, but I watched a lot of YouTube videos, and everyone did it like this. You split the plant in half or into fours. Look how huge and gorgeous this is. And then you put your soil inside of the pots that you want to use, and you add the plant. You know, I have two pots here, this one and this corkboard at Home Depot or Lowe's or Amazon, and then you just want to protect, cover all those holes. Now the soil mix that I'm using is, I'm using some sphagnum peat moss, because we want to use things that'll allow for good drainage. And I'm using some of this Miracle-Gro orchid potting mix, and it's kind of coarse, as you can see, so that'll allow for good drainage, and then just some regular potting soil. So let's get started. So we'll start by putting some of the potting soil, and then we'll add some of the orchid mix and peat moss in the pot. And I like to make a little indentation to allow the roots to be snugly placed inside of the pot. So just snugly place it inside like that. And then we'll continue to backfill it with the potting mix, like so. I think I will add a little more of the orchid coarse potting soil. I like to mix the medium to allow for excellent drainage. You don't want your roots to get smothered when you're potting up your plants. This beauty in there. Continue to add sphagnum moss. With regard to the sphagnum moss, I just use a little bit. Let's get this properly for you. This one is the Better Grow premium grade orchid moss. And you can just use regular potting soil. You don't have to mix it. Your fern, will still be beautiful and fabulous and magnificent. And now we have two plants for the price of one. Let's do the next one. And then you want to water your ferns and keep them moist. You don't want to saturate them. So I would say water them every three to 4 days, and just keep it moist. Don't let it get soggy, because it doesn't want its feet to be wet. But enjoy. And I learned this trick on Instagram and YouTube, and I see that it works. I was amazed that all you have to do is cut the plant in half, and sometimes people cut them in fours, and they end up with 4 plants. And now we have 2 beauties here. And they love light, so I've had these in front of the window at the office space. So give them nice light. If you don't have a window that you can put them in or a patio, just make sure you put them under a light. You can use a plant light or you can use a regular light. They just gravitate towards the light. All right, I just wanted to do a little quick watering for you. Now that we have our fern divided, and we now have 2 plants, as you can see. Am I getting the camera right? Yes. So there's one, there's the other one. And I'm gonna give them a little drink right now. So you can see that. Settle nicely into their new homes. And I'm going to place them back in front of the light, in front of the window. Have a great day. Thank you for watching. Enjoy your Boston ferns and don't stop gardening. See you next time. Bye.